Hello everyone, my name's Larry, aka Simidad. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Mini Mileage Adventure series. My series on Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we are trucking our way through Europe, including all the pro mods, and all the jobs we're taking on this series are all under 320 miles. So if you are enjoying the series so far, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, give me any feedback down below. This episode ahead was originally live streamed. They've been clipped down into episodes before we start pumping out newly recorded episodes. I will leave a link up there for you to be able to go back and watch the actual live stream if you wanted to catch up with the conversation. There are new episodes coming soon. This is job number 9. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you in the next one. Doing what I've been doing for the government. Got told it wasn't suitable. I asked for feedback as to why, and in a phone call with one of the directors, he told me I was more qualified and experienced than most of his managers, and he didn't want to risk any possible conflict. Yeah, it's a tricky one, man, because I've in the job I got made redundant from, I was there for 10 years in quite a high management position, so I did a lot of recruitment, and it is a tricky one because obviously you get those people that come along and they're either retraining or they're semi-retired, or they got made redundant, or those kind of things, right? And it's hard because you want to give them a shot, but then you do always have in the back of your mind, oh man, what if they come in and it's a problem for people? What if they come in and it's this, that, and the other? And I just think actually people deserve a chance. So I've given people chances before and it's worked out fine. So I do get it from that side, but at the same time, just because you know what you're doing, just because you've got loads of experience, surely that's good for the company. I know they don't want any conflict, but it's good for the company to have that other kind of opinion. I mean, I had one job that I applied, well, there was two jobs I applied for. One I applied for, and I asked for feedback, didn't get it. I asked for feedback. The hiring manager personally phoned me and he said, look, I can't fault you in any way at all whatsoever. You were absolutely perfect for the job. We would have loved to have given you the job. You outscored internal candidates who'd been doing the job on a temporary basis for 3 years. But basically it was all on a scoring, and someone had scored like 2 points better than me. So I was a bit like, but at the same time, to score better than people who've been doing the job for 3 years, it's kind of like, well, And then the other one, he basically told me, he said, you're the absolute perfect candidate, but we've got a company policy in place that we don't hire anyone that doesn't have a finished degree. And at the time, well, I still don't. At the time, I don't have a degree. He said, you're literally the perfect candidate, but because you haven't got that bit of paper, company policy prevents me from hiring you. So yeah, it's not great out there at times. But like I said, I do think now it's there are a lot of jobs now compared to the amount of people that want to take jobs, So I think there's a reduction in some of those types of situations now because they're desperate to fill the roles. Oh, bloody hell. Another double trailer. I really wish that when you were in the menu picking from these borrowed trucks that you could see what type of trailer it was. Ah, see, that's bloody done it again. Hang on, let me go back to this. So temperature's fine. It's not a temperature issue. It's all there in the active devices menu. Devices. There's no updates pending. That is a weird one. I'll do some digging onto that though to see if anyone else is having the same issue. Because obviously that's not ideal.
Turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Are you still running Logitech stuff? If not, you may want to turn the Logitech software off. That might be not a bad idea. Let's quit that. Right, there we are. So I've closed the Logitech software. Let's see if that helps. What I'll probably do, I think, the next time I play, whether that's either streaming again or, well, it'll be streaming on Sunday at least if I don't record anything between now and then, which is unlikely because I want to put out sort of some shorts and things like that with the wheel because they seem to gain good traction.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I will, I think I'll unplug the Logitech stuff completely, make sure the Logitech G Hub is closed, and then I'll just have to run automatic. But in the meantime, I will also spend some time tomorrow, and I've got a chance to, on some forums and things, on some of the sim racing groups and stuff, and see if anyone else that's got the wheel has had the same issues. Because they do, it does come with a warranty, even though it's supplied as part of their sort of content creator program, and it does come with a warranty. They do honour that still. So if it still happens and I can't find anything about it, then I'll contact Cammus directly and ask them and say, look, this is the problem that I'm having. I'll also try in some other games because I've got Assetto Corsa, and that's one of the games that's officially supported. So I'll load that up and see if it does it in that, to see whether it's a game or a hardware or a game issue. I do appreciate that my current setup of having two wheels running so that I can use the shifter is probably not ideal. Well, it's definitely not ideal, so I will, yeah, I think for the convoy I'll run automatic with just the Cammus plugged in, and then we can see if the issue is still happening or whether it's a conflict between devices. Yeah, when I get paid next week, I'm probably going to order a USB shifter because that'll solve some of the issues as well. Once we've got a USB shifter, I won't need to have the Logitech plugged in at all. Welcome back, sir. They do have a UK warehouse. I'm hoping if it is like a warranty type thing where I need to send it back, then hopefully it'll be a quick turnaround. And also it does help that the parts are available separately, so if it is just a wheel thing, they might opt to send the new wheel and me have to send this one back. But we'll see. Like I said, I think because my setup's so convoluted at the minute anyway, because of having to run the Logitech wheel, I think I'll try that first, and then I'll contact them if it keeps happening. I really like the ETS live stream series. It's calming and we get to chat a lot. Yeah, man, it's awesome. I find that I do enjoy, like when I cut down to 2 streams a week. That's why I wanted to keep one of them as solo play, because as much as I enjoy the convoys, it's quite hard to sort of keep up with the chat at times as well, because like we're chatting amongst ourselves and then crazy stuff will happen. So. Rusty, did you have any luck finding a UK stock of the Moser stuff? Nope, none at all. Seems like stock is sparse at the moment.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
See, he's just done it again.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
I'm not letting you out. I'm letting you in, mate. You made your bed. You lie on it. You decided to go out there. Yeah, see, it really seems like Moser have positioned themselves as like the main contender for all these brands like Fanatec.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Looks like we are
Get ready to turn left.
heading back to the ferry. Just getting hold of their stuff, buying it directly from them. Adds over 100 just for shipping. I'm not paying that. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I wouldn't want to pay that either, to be honest with you.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
I mean, I just don't know how they can justify it. 100 for shipping from a European warehouse. Yeah, that is excessive. Fully agree, my man. It's just, yeah, I don't know how they can justify it for that kind of pricing, you know. Posted a link in the Discord for a USB converter for Logitech Shifter and pedals. Awesome. I would check that out after stream, man. Appreciate it. It'll cost them sales wise. People would otherwise buy it. Will look elsewhere. Yep, there goes the disconnect again. Let me just quickly read this real quick. So I've tried a different. Probably cheaper to drive to the damn warehouse and pick it up. Yeah, that is true, man. Just have a look at something really quick. Right, I have reset the wheel back to default, so let's see if that does anything. Nope, as we say that. Let's try this because I'm just reading this article on a forum. Right, yeah, there seems to be a couple of people online having a similar issue, so we'll see how we get on. One guy who said these were the settings he had that seemed to resolve it for him, so I've just set it all to that. So we'll see how we get on for the rest of the stream. And then if not, I'll get in touch with Cammus tomorrow. And see what they recommend.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Come on then.
Exit now. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
It's well busy on traffic around it.
Exit now. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
I mean, disconnect issues aside, it does seem like a nice, it's quite smooth in comparison to the Logitech one. Obviously the disconnects is a major issue if it's going to be persistent. There's no denying that at all. But other than that, the actual feel of the wheel in use, it seems pretty alright. The little blower fan that's in the back is next to silent, which I was a bit worried about that, because I've got some old server equipment that I run for like home file storage and stuff, and some of the blower fans in that are really loud.
Keep left.
Forgot how painfully slow these like borrowed contracts are when you've got a heavy load and they give you a truck that's slightly underpowered, hauling 35 tons of empty pallets on a 400 horsepower motor is not definitely not ideal. Let's head down to Oslo, see Storm. Stop in for a cup of tea on the way past.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Exit now.
I really enjoy watching your and listening to your streams while crocheting. A good form of relax after a long day. Hope I'll be able to have see the next stream. Have a great time. Greetings from Warsaw. Drake, I appreciate that. I wish you some good crocheting, whatever you've got on the go at the moment. And I will look forward to catching you in a stream some point in the future. Hope you have a good rest of your week. One thing I have toyed with is this wheel has got I think it can do like 2,500 degrees of rotation, and I think the Logitech is capped out at 900 degrees. But I think a truck wheel in real life, I think is more than 900 degrees. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something before that said a truck wheel in real life has got more than 900 degrees of rotation. So that's something I might toy with in the future, is once we've got this disconnect issue resolved, is seeing what it's like to run it on a higher degrees of rotation. Anyone know if that's true or not? If I've just made some absolute nonsense up? So we've got 125 miles to go on this delivery. Should get close to 10 grand. I think it was just over 9 grand on this delivery. That should really put us in the ballpark of being able to get a truck. You missed the question. The question, Linuen, sir, was... I'm pretty sure that I read somewhere that a truck in real life, IRL, has got more degrees of rotation on the wheel than 900. Like, the Logitech wheel I had was capped out at 900 degrees of rotation. Whereas this can cap out at 2,500 degrees of rotation. So I was just wondering if anyone knew if a truck does have more than 900 degrees of rotation, or whether I've just made up some absolute nonsense. I'm almost certain I read it somewhere.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Doesn't mean it's correct, but I did read it somewhere. Probably Wikipedia. So, you know, that's a reliable source.
Exit now.
Google says 1,800 for modern trucks and 2,520 for the oldest trucks. Nice. See, I wasn't talking shit after all. So yeah, I might toy with that then once I've sorted this disconnect issue out. As long as I can get steady performance on it and it doesn't disconnect, then I might do that and whack up the degrees of rotation to see what that's like. My assumption is that it'll just I'll just get fed up of turning the wheel more, but do like a bit of somewhat realistic play. Well, that is true. How would we know, right? Google could tell everyone the sky was purple and enough people would probably believe it that everyone else would start questioning themselves. It's the amount of influence that they've got. The higher turning degrees would probably be more suited to the larger wheel, like the new Moser track wheel. That is true. I think I said it in the unboxing video, or it might have been in the build video that's going to come out either tomorrow or Saturday, that obviously because of the design of the wheel, one of the things I was considering doing down the line with my Logitech wheel was installing a more truck style wheel. So you could buy the like replica SCI wheels, and they're like a 16-inch diameter or a 14-inch diameter. So that was what I was planning, but obviously with this, because of the design of it, I don't think that you could do that. Because with the Logitech, it was just a case of undoing some bolts and taking off the PCB and stuff, and then attaching the new wheel. Obviously, with the Moser stuff, you could buy like a quick release adapter for it. You just don't get the buttons, which is fine if you're running like a button panel. But yeah, with this, because it's all sort of attached into one, I don't think you'd be able to change the actual wheel on this. Certainly not easily if you could. Donbass discovered. Now, I will say the pedals that come with it, they are much better than the Logitech Farm Sim pedals that I've been using, although that's not exactly hard. But I think I probably prefer the Logitech G29 pedals over these.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
But they are much better than what I've been using for the last few months anyway, so, you know, it swings and roundabouts. I haven't got the luxury of the G29 pedals right now. Have you ever opened up your G29? The steering is a plastic toothed cog slotted onto a plastic steering rack that is on a greased slider. I'm not sure how it would cope with the extra torque of a larger wheel. I haven't opened the wheel up. I've opened the pedals up a couple of times, and that was it wasn't it was frustrating because you realise how proprietary everything is. Like, to me, I don't agree. It seems like there is a proper term for it, and I don't know it off the top of my head, but it seems like that Logitech. Whoa! Pay attention. It seems like Logitech plan obsolescence into their products because they make it next to impossible to repair. So, because, you know, I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I'm what people like to call a have-a-go hero. I don't know, if I watch a couple of videos, I'll read a couple of guides, and if it doesn't seem like it's too much effort, then I'll quite gladly pull something apart in an attempt to fix it. Got no problem with that at all. Got all the tools, like soldering iron and everything like that to fix stuff if I need to. But it seems like they use stuff that's specifically impossible to get, so that you can't fix it. So then you have to buy a new set. And obviously they don't sell the pedals separately, so you have to buy a new wheel pedal set at 300 whatever quid. Because I opened once when I was having the issues, and I sort of determined what the issue was. I took it all apart, cleaned the potentiometers out, put it all back together. Worked okay for a couple of weeks. I then started having the same problem again, so did the same thing again, and that worked okay for a couple of days. And then took it all apart, cleaned it again, and the problem persisted. So it seems like once you've got the problem, you're pretty much doomed to failure. But then I opened that up, I pulled the potential, sort of dismantled the potentiometer setup, and got the codes off the potentiometer, like the manufacturing codes or the item codes or whatever, and you can't buy them. You just can't get them. Whatever factory they've got, or whatever factory they use to produce the potentiometers inside the pedals, they must have them locked down in some kind of exclusivity or trademark deal or whatever, because you just cannot buy replacement potentiometers that work in the same way as the ones that come stock from manufacturer. So that essentially obsoletes the whole entire setup, because although the wheel works fine, the shifter works fine because I bought the shifter separate from brand new. Without the pedals, you're pretty well screwed unless you buy a different set of pedals. So yeah, it's because I'm not a fan. I'll never buy another Logitech set. As you say, you can't repair them even if you have the skill set. They're essentially disposable. Exactly it, mate. Exactly. And I'm not a fan of companies that manufacture products that you can't get repaired down the line, because I'm not trying to get on some kind of like sustainability rant or anything like that, but you know, there's enough stuff going into landfill as it is, and you know, for the sake of what are probably a couple of quid potentiometers, they might not want to invest in the infrastructure to you know, have like a repair center that you could send it to, have repair and getting repaired by them. They might not want to invest in that, but I do personally think they should opt to make the parts available should you wish to buy them and do it yourself at your own risk. Then I think that's something that should be available on most, if not all, electricals. If you feel like you've got the skill and you wanna do it, then I think you should be able to. Like I said, I'm not a pro by any means, but I know my way around a circuit. I know sort of I can solder to a reasonable standard. So I would quite happily repair them myself. But like you say, you just can't, and it annoys the hell out of me. So for the exact same reason, I wouldn't buy a Logitech set ever again either. Because if I'm gonna spend 300 quid on something, the nearest damn it wanna be able to repair it if it went wrong. Now, I will say, on the Cammus front, from reading their warranty pages, their booklet, everything like that, it does look like, and obviously I don't know for sure, but it does look like from the book that there are spare parts available should anything go wrong, and they will take it in and do it for you, or you can opt for them to send the parts with an instruction guide and you can fit it yourself. So that is again, that is only what I've taken from the instruction book and their warranty page on their website. Here comes the sun. But yeah, I'm just really not a fan of the disposability that companies build into their products. I think that's why the
Ready to turn left.
the EU are bringing that right to repair bill out. And the Åndalsnes.
Turn left. Here we are, safe and sound.
I love my Thrustmaster. I mean, my only gripe with Thrustmaster is that when I was looking at buying those Thrustmaster pedals, the ones that you needed to get the adapter for, they, similar to Moser, they have really extortionate shipping prices. Like, it was a 19 quid adapter, so it's just a little USB to RGA connector, so it's only small. You think like probably the size of like a credit card or something, and it was £19 to buy on their website, and they wanted like 12 quid to ship it, and it's like, and that was on their standard service as well. So it was like 5 to 7 business days for delivery. And it's like, bro, I'm not paying 12 quid delivery on a 19 quid item that's the size of a bloody credit card. But if I have to upgrade, I'll probably go with a Moser. Yep, I think we're going to end up being eventually a Moser VTC. Unofficially sponsored by Moser. Hey, Davies Farming, buddy, how the heck are you? How are you doing, Simmy Dad? I am very well, my friend. I am very well. How are you, man? I hope you're well. Right, let's just hop in the truck dealer a sec. This is, if you didn't catch the end of the stream last week, this is what we're looking at buying as the first truck, is the DAF F241. Let's just have a little look, see what we've... Continue. Okay. Let me see if we can... What kind of stuff we can get it in. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks, Simidad. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Busy guy these days. Love the man truck. Yeah, that's what we picked as our starting truck. So this is our we've got a bit of a challenge on. All the jobs that we can do on this series are there's something, get my words up, all got to be 320 miles or less, and any trucks that we can buy have got to be 1989 or before manufactured. So let me just, I'm not sure what color to get, you know. Quite like that one. The blue color looks pretty cool. That out. Stone guard. don't think so. It's dashboard. We've got sun visor. Get some beacons. All right, guys, just as we're coming to the end of the job there, that is this episode complete. We hope to catch you in the next one. If you've enjoyed, hit the like button. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.